What's up, y'all? Back with another video. Just want to show y'all what I'm doing to the F350 again today. So I ordered the pop and lock electric actuator for my tailgate, because I want the tailgate to lock and unlock when I unlock the doors. So what comes in the package is the actual lock actuator, and then the cable, and then because I have the 8-foot bed, I needed the extension, so I had to pay an extra $10 for this. So this whole system was $100, and I'm gonna install it today, and you guys are gonna come along for the ride. What you think? So the first thing I need to do is to remove the cover. I have to remove this cover to access the mechanism underneath. I gotta remove these torque screws and get all of those taken off. And then once I do that, I'll show you guys what the inside of it looks like, okay? So I'll be back in a second. All I gotta do is hit this 3 times. Hit the gas for him a couple times. Okay, so now I got the cover removed, and you can see the locking mechanism here. So I have to take the lock actuator and actually fish it through here like this, and it's gonna go on this screw here. So I have to take this screw off and then mount this up there. It goes upside down. Yeah, so it'll go like, it'll sit up there like that. So I'm gonna remove that screw, and then I'll get that mounted down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I kind of moved ahead of myself and didn't cut the camera back on, but what I did was what I showed you guys earlier. I took this and I fished it through, took the whole little mount here with the motor on it, and I fished it through, and I got it on this stud, and there's a couple of little arms that actuates this piece here back and forth, and it has to straddle them. It's 2 little forks, and they need to sit on both sides of this little black piece right here, and that's what'll when the motor goes back and forth, it'll push that thing side to side and lock or unlock the tailgate. And there's 2 washers that come with this kit, and they go on this stud before you put this on. So the 2 washers are under this, and then you put this on, screw the screw down, and then you have to fish the cable in through the bottom of the tailgate here, and then it'll fish through. Hopefully you can see down in there, but it comes in right here, and then these 2 connectors connect. These are the 2 ends. So this side right here with the red is what you fish through from the bottom, and then it connects to the motor here. So now on the other end. This is what's on the other end. This end. And then it connects to this long harness here. These two pieces go together. So they make this connector here just in case you want to remove the truck bed, and then you just unplug this and you don't have to unhook the motor and all that. So you just unplug this and you can remove the truck, remove the bed from the gate from the truck. So now I got to hook these up, and then this long harness is what's going to go from back here all the way up to the passenger side door, where I can hook it to the door locks up there. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get everything fished through, but that's where I am. Be back in a second. Okay, so I have finished wiring everything, and because I don't have no help actually filming, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up under here and show you all of what I did, but just so you guys know. Okay, so right now it's locked. Okay, so I have it hooked up to the passenger door because I don't want the tailgate to unlock on the first try. I just want the driver's side door to unlock on the first click, and then when you hit it to open all the other doors, then it'll unlock the tailgate. So okay, lock it back. Unlock it again. So now my tailgate has power locks. Because people can walk off with these tailgates way too easy. So as a recap, okay, I put the lock mechanism on that screw. You remove the original screw. This is the original, and they supply you with a nut that goes back on there because this washer would be too big to fit in this little area here. So they give you a nut without a washer attached to it. So as you can see, this would be too big to fit on there. It would just hit up against this. So you take that nut off, you stick the two washers underneath, and then you stick that lock back on there. Then you run the wires. These are the wires. You run them through. You run the short harness through here, the bottom of the tailgate, and up to the lock. Okay, and this is where you hook them up at. And then what I did was, because you know, if you want to remove your tailgate, you have to be able to unplug this. So I just stuck the actual plug inside the tailgate, and that's where it'll just stay. Then if I ever need to take the tailgate off, I just take this off, take this out, unplug it, and then I can remove the tailgate. So it'll just sit up in there like that. It won't come out because I have all the wires zip tied in here, so it doesn't just fall out of that hole like that. And as you can see, it doesn't get in the way of anything. It doesn't get pinched or anything like that. So that's fine. And then I'll show you how I routed the wires. So you can see where I went down through here. I dropped the wire down through here. Then I go up underneath. And you might do yours different, but you can zip tie it to anything. There's no particular way, but you just want to keep it off of any exhaust and hot parts. So you can see it's right here. And then I zip tied it up there right above the exhaust. And then I just went under the frame and along the frame rail and zip tied it. And I'll show you. So you can see where I ran it kind of underneath there. If you can see that, hopefully you can. And then just along, sorry about that, just along the frame, you can see the wire. Then I zip tied it there. And then I just kept on following. You can see where I zip tied it there and there here and just kind of up toward the front. And then I still have to zip tie it up and tighten it all up. I just needed to know how much slack I needed. So right here, so you can see where I just ran it along this harness here. And then you see all this extra wire that's hanging. I'm gonna deal with that in just a second. I'm gonna zip tie that all up, make it nice and neat. But you can see this little hole right here where this grommet goes. So this is where it comes in, right behind the front seat belt bracket. So just put this grommet back. So I just cut a small little hole through this grommet and fed it through. And then, so that's, make sure that's in there nice and good. So what I'm gonna do with this hanging part is I'm gonna just zip tie this up and out the way so there's no slack. And I'll just kind of do it like that. So get that zip tied up. And then once you go through that grommet, so I'll show you kind of like what to do. I don't really want to tear my stuff out again, but I should have did this before I put it all back. But this is the back door. So you pull this up, pull your little step up, and then you can actually move this centerpiece here. It's really easy to move. You know what, I'll show you. So you just pull this up, it just clips that, hold it in, get that out the way. And to move this, you just move the weather stripping, just pull it up out the way. And then once you pull it up, it gets loose. And then you do the same thing on the front door. You pull it up out the way. And then pull the step. So this just snaps right back in place. Nice and neat. And then same thing here. The step is already moved. And then you just pull the weather stripping out the way, and it'll loosen this side. Then you can get up under that carpet and grab the wire that you fed through that opening. So hopefully that's clear enough for you guys, because like I said, I don't have any help filming. But once you bring the wire from under the carpet, then you can get into these. And all you have to do, you can just open these. This one I didn't open, I just kind of fed it through and fed it through here. I actually opened this one, and all you have to do is just pull up on it. They just snap into place. And then you just kind of pull up on them, and you can open them and get to the right wires. So if you're on the passenger side, you have to go for the gray wire with the little brown in it, and the purple wire with the gray. So I hooked up the blue wire from the lock actuator to the gray and brown, and I hooked up the green wire to the purple and gray. And there's multiple wires with that same color. Don't matter which one you tap, they all end up going to the same place. And then you just put these back, put your weather strip back like that, and then take this and snap it back into place. Just in case you were wondering, it's unlocked. The key does still work. Okay, and also the door locks work. So lock it. Can't get in. Unlock. You can get in. So everything still works like factory, and this is a good system. So I'll be able to give you more of a review as far as longevity, if I have any like issues with moisture, or you know, just going up and down the road, if anything comes loose or if something malfunction. I just installed it, so I'll give an update maybe in a month or a couple of months, just to, you know, let you guys know what's going on. But from what I hear, the reviews are pretty good, and no one seems to have any problems with them. It seems to be a pretty tight system. So pop and lock, electric lock for the tailgate. I like it already because sometimes I forget to come back here and manually lock the tailgate, and that was just too much. So having that installed just like factory, runs right along the harness, everything is nice and clean, and I like what I see. So I would recommend this to anybody. They make them for Toyotas, Dodges, Fords, different years, different makes, Nissans, whatever. They make it for everything. So you just got to put in pop and lock for your year, make and model, and it'll come up. All right, so hopefully this helps you guys. Peace. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe.